everyone! Welcome to the Jayda InStitches show. The groundhogs all got together this year and decided that apparently we're heading into an early spring, which is great because Easter's coming very quickly this year. In fact, it's at the end of March, which means we have about a month and a half left before the Easter Bunny makes his debut. So, today we are going to answer the question, what do we make first, the chicken or the egg? How you answer that question will depend on how much time you think you've got to crochet, maybe what your budget is or what kind of yarn you've got in the stash, and who you might be making things for. If you're just making things for around the house, maybe you want to make a few gifts, maybe you're making things for an egg hunt, or perhaps you just want to have a little fun and make something that makes you feel like it's spring. We've got a project to fit your time, your budget, and definitely the age range of the people that you might be making things for. Alright, let's start with a chicken. Let's start with something simple and quick. If you want to make something chick-like, may I recommend one of our little chibi, chubby, tubby chicks. These little chickens are quick to make, they're really cute, they're an absolute scrap project. You only need a little bit of thread and a needle to put on the eyes if you want to add little beads for the eyes, which I think just finishes off that little face ever so cutely. But this is a quick little gift. They're fun to make, they're absolutely hilarious, and these are definitely what I would consider a toy or a pick-me-up. You can probably make up a dozen in no time flat. Next, let's do an egg. Let's say you've already made a project like a hat or a bag, maybe a baby blanket, a dishcloth even, and you want to add just a little something to it to make it feel a little Eastery. How about an applique? We've got an egg applique, a really simple, quick one. In fact, we even have a free written pattern for this over on our website. I'll link to that in the description box down below. You can make it out of scraps, you can vary the size, you can even embellish it a little bit, give it a little bit of applique. And best of all, you can use up all of your pastel scraps to make a few of these. If you're going to add it to a project, then I recommend trying to pair at least the fiber content of the yarn to the applique. So if it's an acrylic blanket, use acrylic to make the applique. But really, you can use up whatever yarn you've got in the stash if you just want to make a bunch of these to, say, string together into a garland. This is a very fast, very easy little project, and it's a very quick and pretty iconic way to add a little bit of an Easter feel to an already existing project, or if you're just looking to finish something off. Okay, back to chickens. And still on the subject of appliques, we recently made up an applique during a live stream. We've got a quick fix tutorial for it. I've even got this one ready to string onto something. This is just goofy. This is definitely a chicken head. I think it's cute. I actually once entered a hat at our local fall fair with a chicken applique on it. Something similar to this, as a matter of fact. And I won a prize for it because the chickens were the theme that year. This is cute, it's funny, it's got a quirky kind of sense of humor. It would look cute on a hat. You could turn it into a little pin or a brooch or something like that. Or you could just add it to an existing project, like a blanket or a basket, like we did on a live stream a while ago. This is especially cute for people who just really like chickens. So this is not just spring, this is kind of just chicken themed in general. Back to eggs. How about another toy? We've actually got a couple of egg tutorials here on the channel. One of them is a little bit bigger than this and stuffed with even pillow stuffing or some beanbag, like beans or something. It makes kind of a neat beanbag toy if you're looking for a fun indoor Easter project or Easter game for the kids. Because, you know, Easter's early, so a lot of us are still going to be in winter. Little beanbag toys are an awful lot of fun. You can make a lot of games with beanbags. Or you can make the smaller version like this one here and just make it a small little stuffed fun egg. You can bake up a bunch of them out of scraps. This could be a cute little egg finding expedition. These also make great pet toys. You could put a little bit of catnip in this if you wanted to. And the tutorial that you can use this particular egg pattern for also shows you how to put a little shaker in it if you wanted to turn it into a little bit of a shaker toy. Those are fun for babies, they're fun for kids too, and they're even fun for pets because pets like it when their toys make a bit of noise. Also a quick project, also very easy, also a scrap friendly project, and you can really use any fiber yarn you might have lying around for that. something a little more time intensive. So this one will probably take you the afternoon to do. But how cute is this little chick gift bag? This has a little beak. He's got a pair of eyes. This would be really cute with googly eyes or even safety eyes if you had an extra pair of those lying around. And of course he's got little wings. It's a pretty decent sized bag. I've got it full of some wooden beads right now. It makes a really cute gift bag or loot bag. Or if it's just sort of a little something you want to keep in your purse, or if you know a little girl who likes to keep her treasures in a cute little bag on the shelf. I'm a big lover of little face-oriented gift bags. I don't just necessarily use them as bags. I keep these around on the shelves in the craft room full of things that I don't need all the time, but want to know where they are when I reach for them. So for example, I have wooden beads in here that I sometimes reach for. I've run out of, in some cases, containers to keep things in, like buttons or beads. And I just find that these are a really cute way to keep things organized. I know where they are, but it's also a fun way to decorate at the same time. So a little gift bag can have a lot of options for existing. And why not make it a chicken and maybe fill it full of eggs? Speaking of eggs, let's go back to the subject of eggs and make a really big one. This is our big fluffy Easter egg pillow. We've got a link for all of these tutorials, and we'll make sure they're linked in the description box down below. This one is fun and easy to make too. It's two-sided, you whip up the two sides, they're identical, and then you stitch them together. I used a typical blanket weight yarn for this. This is one of those pretty sort of, not quite self-striping, but kind of variegated, one of the baby yarns. So look for the pastels if you want to try one of these. And it's soft, it's squishy. I have it filled full of pillow stuffing, so it's nice and light. And it's also one of those, not only is it cute decor, you know, put it on the couch or something. Clearly it says Easter egg, it says Easter, but it's like that perfect size that it fits nicely in your lower back. It's a nice rounded edge. It's quite comfortable to lean on, and of course that blanket yarn just makes everything nice and soft. I love the color of this. This is one of my favorite pillows, and I like pulling it out for the Easter and spring sort of season to kind of add a little bit of an Easter theme to the living room, or the bedroom, I guess. I might make another one of these. But the rest of the time, it actually sits with me in the craft room because it's a very comfortable pillow. So it's great if you want the decor. It's also just great if you really need like a nice comfortable pillow to lean against in your chair, whether you're at home or at work. Alright, let's finish with chickens, and maybe we'll throw in some rabbits just for the heck of it, because you know what, it is Easter that we're kind of talking about anyway. So if you've got time to crochet between now and Easter and you'd like a little something extra for the couch, or maybe there's a special new someone entering the family within the next month and a half, I would recommend our Chick and Bunny baby blanket. I absolutely love this. It is 3 chick squares and 3 of our bunny squares. It's from our 2017 calendar blanket, our fancy granny square calendar blanket. Each of these squares is 12 inches, so they're pretty big. Then you join them together, you add a simple little border. It's quite a large blanket. It's definitely, what, 2.5 feet by 3.5 feet? So it's pretty long. It's a nice size for a baby. It's a nice size for a toddler. It's the kind of thing that they can drag around. But if you don't think you're going to make it for a child or even a friend, this is the kind of thing that I like to have this on a couch or the back of a chair, or even maybe I have an area in the house where I like to change the wall hanging every once in a while, or if you've got like a banister, you can drape something over the banister. Maybe you've got a quilt display where you know, like one of those quilt holders where you can display a quilt. This is the kind of artwork that you can crochet and change out. It sits in the corner, it's cute, it's on theme, it was fun to make. Then you can wrap it up and put it away if you want to swap it out for something a little more summery or a little more autumny or maybe a little more Christmassy. But I had a lot of fun making this, and it is more time intensive than any of the other projects that we showed you today. But gosh darn, it is cute. And it is a very special blanket if there is a new person entering your family this year, maybe just in time for Easter. So, chicken or egg? Well, how much time do you have? What's in the stash? Who are you making it for? Are you feathering your nest or someone else's? Whatever the case may be, I hope we've got something in today's roundup that inspires you to pick up your hook and make a little something in preparation for spring or Easter. Both of them are coming really quickly. And it's just such a good feeling to know that I can reach for my pastel yarns, and it feels like time to reach for the pastel yarns. I think I'm about done looking at snow and listening to the wind whistle by the house, so I am ready for those crocuses and those pretty little wrapped foil chocolates, and maybe even the sound of a couple of clucking hens. Chicken or egg, I don't think it matters as long as you're having fun, and I hope you had fun watching today's video. We will see you soon here on the Jayda and Stitches Show. Until then, stay safe, stay crafty, and have a great week. Bye guys!
Hi everybody, Mr. InStitches here. Thank you for watching today. Here are some of our other videos you might be interested in. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.